I was depressed. I was at the physical peak of my life, in shape, had my paperwork ready to go to a Ranger regiment. I felt like a stud. And now my life had totally been ruined. I remember saying no to everyone who wanted to come and say hi. Whether it was Toby Keith, the country music star, Gary Sinise, the actor, he was Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump. I said, no, I don't want to see him. Why did I want to hear someone say, thank you for what you did for your country? Because I felt like a failure. I felt like I didn't do my job. I remember a colonel coming in and say, this is Colonel such and such. The Secretary of the Army wants to say hi. I said, no. And the Secretary of the Army outranks every general. I said, no, I don't want to see him. You see, again, I was at the depths of despair. And one afternoon, my wife heard a knock on the door, and she said, Scotty, a little boy called Andrew Harris wants to come and say hi to you. And I realized that Andrew Harris was a little boy that I had taught Sunday school at West Point. How could I say no to this boy? A boy who looked up to me as his hero. I couldn't. And after 10 minutes of crying, and Andrew just holding my hand, I realized I had to make a decision. The decision of going on my own, something I had tried at the military academy, and as you all remember, ended in failure. I knew I had to rely on a team. I knew I had to rely on Tiffany, my wife, my family, my friends, and those who surround me if I ever wanted to get out of that bed, if I ever wanted to move on in life and actually continue and to be someone and to make a difference. And so I had to forgive. Forgiving the man who blew himself up, it was hard. Taking my eyesight, but I knew it was the only thing that I could do to ensure that I woke up with a smile every day and with purpose in my life. But most importantly, to ask God to forgive me. And once I made that decision, I took a step forward. And I remember trying to get out of bed, again, partially paralyzed on the right side of my body. I was going to go take a shower. I still had grit and grime from Iraq, probably 12 days into the hospital. And my wife was like, stop, stop. Like, what are you doing? But I was taking a step forward. I didn't know what 1 month or 1 year or 10 years would look like in the future, but I was taking a step forward because I was going to make a difference in my life. And I remember getting put in a wheelchair, pushed to the shower. I remember just holding on to that ADA handle in the shower. Now I realize why they have them there. And all I could do was hold on as my knees are quivering because of the lack of muscle, as the water is just pelting me, feeling like shards of glass hitting me, as they're scraping literally sand off my back. It was the absolute worst shower of my entire life. But I will say it was the best shower because I was making a stance and I was taking a step forward and I was going to make a difference.